Hello and welcome back to Aubrey Books and Coffee. Please grab your favorite beverage of choice and join me because we are in April. Happy April Fool's Day, by the way. This is not a joke. This is a real TBR game, so stick around. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any readathons this month, though, because I haven't heard of any that I'm super excited about just yet. For now, I'm keeping my calendar clear, and none of my books are going to be reflecting what I'm going to be reading for a readathon. These are all going to be books that have been on my list for a long time, so I'm going to do kind of a spring cleaning going on here. And I'm also hoping to get a bunch of stuff off my shelves, and I still have a bunch of books I need to finish that I didn't finish since January, February, and March. So lots of cleanup basically happening for the month of April. So without further ado, let's get rolling. Hooray for a new month. Cannot wait. I love TBR game time. How many prompts? Whoa. Okay. It's gonna be an incredibly busy month, but what a fun TBR game at least. Our first prompt is a cookie. And I guess I can mix these up really good, so you can see nothing has been done ahead of time. And the cookie says a black and white cover. So roll number 1 got us a black and white cover, and one that I really need to get to and finish is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. This actually, I know there's a motion picture with Ben Affleck in it, so I'm excited to watch that after I've read it because the book's almost always better, am I right? So I'm excited. It's definitely got black and white as the main colors going on here in this book, and so many people have read this. Let me know below if you've read this and what you thought of it. Roll number 2, a peppermint, and it says, new to you author. So roll number 2 got us new author, which I love that I've been trying new authors lately because it allows me to have a whole new plethora of books to go check out, right? Well, for this one, I ended up choosing Perfect Ruin by Lauren DeStefano. I've not read anything by this author before. The cover is just intriguing. And apparently it follows a main character who, when you live on interment, like in the place of interment, you can be anything that you can possibly dream of and all your dreams come true, which is great, but you never, ever approach the edge because the winds that whip up onto the edge, apparently they're hypnotic. And by the time you wake up from this hypnosis, it's too late. You are plummeting. So I'm intrigued, aren't you? Number 3. Peppermint again. I'm going to have good fresh breath. And the peppermint says, oldest publication date. So roll 3 got us oldest publication date, which I am really excited about because in 2014, Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes was written and released. I am excited because I loved the first one and I have been dying to continue in this series anyway. It gets it off my shelf. It's cleaning up some of those series. Win-win. Number 4, cookie. And it says a mystery. For roll number 4, we have a mystery, which I'm going to cheat a little bit here because I do not currently own it, but I have pre-ordered it. And so it's thus not cleaning up my shelves or something that's been on my GoodReads for a long time, but I cannot resist because I freaking love the Maid series. So I chose for this prompt, The Maid's Secret by Nita Prose. Cannot wait. I love Molly. You all who have been here for a while know that I love Molly. And especially since recently getting a diagnosis, I know why I love Molly so much. I totally understand her mind. So I cannot wait to continue this, especially after we had as our book club last year, that little novella that was so cute for Christmas time. I want to see what happens from that. I don't want to give anything away, but something that we all expected to happen in that book happened, and I need to know what happens next. Roll number 5. A cookie again. I just like all the sweets. And the cookie says royalty in title or theme. Roll number 5 gave us royalty in the title or the theme, and so I chose a beautiful edition I have on my shelf that I can't wait to finish to see if it goes to you guys. That's Long Live and Forever Reign by V.B. Lacey. I can't promise I'll get to both books, but I can definitely do Long Live, which again has to do with royalty as the theme, and I need to know because if it's not a 5-star, it can go to you guys. And the last roll is a book. And the book says, to fulfill a bingo square. All right. So here's where the chaos begins. So roll number 6, our final roll, got us to fulfill a bingo square, which is great. The bingo board won't happen for a little while. It's a ways down that checklist, as you saw. So you'll hear me reference it again later. But for this one, I chose the prompt of red on the cover, and that gives me The Quickie by James Patterson. In this, we're following Lauren, who sees her husband with another woman, and it breaks her heart. So she, of course, very understandably, wants revenge. So she decides she's going to have a quickie. But while she's doing the quickie, she unfortunately witnesses a grisly murder. So now what is she supposed to do? If she goes to the police and tells them what she saw, she'll have to explain why she saw it. And oh my gosh. So yeah, it's going to be exciting and it's pretty short. So I'm adding it. Now I'm going to get a book from the Apothecary jar. So many good ones in here. This one kind of popped up. Let's see my terrible handwriting. And it says Children of Blood and Bone, which I've actually already read. So it works. Next we have The Atlas 6, which I've also read. Wow, this is kind of great. Cleaning out the jar. Yoke by Mary H.K. Che. And the Advent jar got us one that's been on my radar for quite a while. So this is also perfect in the theme of trying to clean up the GoodReads list I have and, kind of freshen things up. So I'm excited to be picking up Yoke by Mary H.K. I'm going to say Chai. I apologize. I'm the worst with names, especially beautiful names. The more beautiful they are, the worse I am at pronouncing it, which is ironic with a name like Tiara, but I don't know much about this, but the cover is absolutely stunning and intriguing to me, and I cannot wait to read this. Everybody was talking about it just a couple years ago, so we'll have to see. Now I get to do the Advent jar. I'm so excited. The top releases each month. We've got 1 and 2 as I shake the whole table. And let's see. Ooh, Oathbound. Yes, please. I have been dying to finish the Legendborn series. And Wind and Truth. Okay, I actually can't read this one yet because I need to first read Rhythm. Rhythm of War, I think it is, by Brandon Sanderson. So that's what I'll do next in the Stormlight Archive series. Yay! I'm so excited. This is why I love the Advent jar, you guys. So now I get to finally read Oathbound by Tracy Dion. This I also chose as one of my Book of the Month picks for audio so that I could actually get to it quicker. I'm so excited to see how we end the Legendborn series. I have been dying to know, especially with the cliffhanger of the last book. Am I right? So I'm excited to get to that one. The next one, of course, will be Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. I actually get to have a buddy read with this. Tina was so sweet and willing to read this with me. Now, just to give you an idea, in case you don't know a lot about Sanderson or his books, this is the beast we're going to be reading together in April. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to choose a book from the beautiful editions. I've been getting a bunch lately and not keeping up with them, so I have more than a couple in there. Ooh, now I need to be reading Gleam in that Plated Prisoner series. Now for the book box jar, I'm actually going to have to be doubling up, and it's my own fault. A month or two ago, I got Glint from the Plated Prisoner series, book 2 in that series, that I needed to read. Haven't gotten to it yet. I have it on Audible, haven't gotten to it yet. So now I have no choice. I need to, because guess what I drew? Gleam by Raven Kennedy, book 3 in that Plated Prisoner series. And it is up on Pango if you guys want to buy this, because they are gorgeous editions. So anyway, there's like another 2 or 3 after this one. So I really do just need to buckle down and finally read these 2 books. And yay for Bookopoly. And we're going to do that roll now. Last time we left off on that free space, which was wonderful. So let's see what I get this time. A 6 and a 5 for 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 11 is vampires. Ooh, I have to read a vampire story. That is exciting. So Bookopoly, and thanks again to Becca from Becca and the Books for doing her own version of Becca's Bookopoly, which made me want to create my own version, but I want to give credit where credit's due. Thankfully, on this one, I landed on vampire, and that makes me so excited, you guys, because I love Rachel Harrison, and I have been dying to read her new book, So Thirsty. I'm so excited. This is going to be following Sloane, who dreads her birthday coming up with like everything inside of her. Her life is not going the way that she had hoped it would. So her husband surprises her by giving her a weekend getaway with her best friend, Naomi. And unfortunately for poor Sloane, it's not the comfy bathrobes and wine kind of getaway that she had been hoping for. Naomi has some wild things in store, and I know it has to do with vampires, so I can only imagine what is about to happen. All right, I'm going to be rolling 3 times now, hopefully just 3, to try to get a bingo to clear this board. Every book I pick must come off of my shelf so I can whittle down my shelf TBR. So the first one is a cookie. So it'll be, oh, that's the only one I have available. So I hope I get another cookie. Otherwise I have to add a roll. Come on, cookie. A peppermint. Which, of course, a cookie and peppermint is already taken. That being said, I did roll earlier that I need to complete a prompt on the bingo board. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit. It's my game. I choose to do this part of the bingo board, red on the cover, to give me a bingo! Woo! So like I said, that fun bingo board that I'm using in place of Shrink Your Shelf game, because it's still not ready and we don't know when it will be. So this is my version with the bingo board, and that first roll, yeah, I use the red on the cover. So like I said, I'm going to be reading James Patterson's The Quickie for this one. All right, roll number 2. Oh, this is starting out so nicely. A roll again. Don't mind if I do. And a book, so anything in that column. And now we're wide open. A coffee. So book and coffee is a new to me author. Ooh, that's happened twice now this month. So for our second roll of the bingo board, we got a new to me author. I'm loving all of these prompts this month for new authors. I chose Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I've seen this around. I know you've seen this around. Obviously, it was my book of the month pick last year. I've been dying to read it. It's a bit thicker, but I think I'll still have a great time because we'll be following Ophelia, who unfortunately her parents die. She and her sister are orphaned. They've got a lot of debt that they've got to pay off. Her sister decides it'd be a great idea to enter the contest Phantasma. But of course, Ophelia is freaked out by that because it can be a very lethal competition. So Ophelia has to now enter Phantasma as well. So I'm excited. I've heard mixed reviews on this, so we'll see if it's a win or not. And the last roll for this month for this game, a book again. So apparently I really want to be in that column. Getting quite a few rolls again. Wow, okay. I'm really trying to roll it. A coffee. No! 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 Really? The whole board is wide open. Now I have to add a roll. Is this punishment because I double dipped with the red on the cover? All right, so roll number 3, re-rolling for the cookie. So a book and a cookie has me doing a black cover. Oh. So roll 3 of the bingo board got us black cover. For this one, I chose, even though it's going to be a little spooky, and we know how I feel about spooky, The House by Christina Lauren, because it's been on my shelf for a long, long time. In this, we're following Delilah, who's always had her eyes kind of set on Gavin. He's so handsome. He's always dressed in black and looking down, but when they make eye contact, it's almost like his eyes light up. So she's very attracted to him. Unfortunately, he lives in a house that everybody is pretty sure is haunted. And for Gavin, it's unfortunate because as much as he's drawn to Delilah, the thing living inside the house that sometimes lives in him disagrees. It's what I get for being so cocky. Last roll. Man. I need to create a square that's just for roll again. Wine. All right. Anything in that area now? And wine. So wine, and wine is an author or character of color. Love it. And I had to have that extra roll. I had to have known when you try to cheat the game comes for you. Well, lesson learned. So for this last roll, I got an author or character of color, which I love, 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 because then I get to pick up Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. And this is a new one. I love Elizabeth Lim. I loved her Six Crimson Cranes series. If you haven't read that, you need to. They were 5 stars for me. I have beautiful editions on my shelf I got from Christmas one year. Absolutely love this author's writing style. And, chef's kiss. I'm sure this new series will be the exact same for me. And of course, I'm still playing the TBRathon. I love Leandra's game. She is brilliant. As always, all her info will be down below for you. Last month, we got the TBR backlist and rode that little ladder up to the mood read square. So that's where we are now. I'm so happy I found my little wolf guy. He doesn't quite fit on the board, but I love it. And 4 and 4 is 8. I don't think I have to go again for doubles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Timber Falling Books. Oh no. So I come down here now to the lowest rated book on my shelf. And I love Leandra and her channel. She is absolutely wonderful. I'll make sure to link everything below for her. And as I've said since the beginning in January, I'm going to continue using her game all year long to help get these books off my shelves. So in this instance, I landed on the lowest rated. And so when I went into Goodreads on the books that I own list that I've made, the lowest rating was at a 3.21. Normally, I don't read books that low, but it's on there and I own it. So I will be reading for this prompt, Don't Go to Sleep by Bryce Moore. So I am super interested if you've read this to let me know below what you thought of it. I'm intrigued. But this is going to be following Gianna, average girl with big worries though, because she lives in New Orleans and she's worried about her family store going under. The Great War is happening. There's a pandemic happening with a horrible illness. And as if all of that's not bad enough, there's an axe murderer on the loose. And this axe murderer actually attacked her and her family years previously. And she still has the scars of that. And now the attacks have started back up again. And for some reason, the police aren't stopping this killer. So it does sound very intriguing. And this particular copy, I actually have a signature plate too from the author. So if it's not a win for me, it'll go in a drawing so you guys can have a signed copy. But yeah, we'll see. So with the number generator, I spun it and I got 124. And as you can see, the list on Goodreads has that landing on The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I'm not mad at this because I've learned to actually enjoy some of the books of Frida McFadden. So I'm excited to get on the bandwagon with this. Lots of people have been talking about it and saying how good it is. I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know. A lot of times with thrillers, the less I know, the more I enjoy it. So we'll see. Now to go over the book club picks for the month of April. I'm excited. So for my own, the ABC Book Club, you are always welcome. I'm a free channel. I hope to always be a free channel for as long as I can afford it. So join us anytime on Discord, link below, or on Instagram, though we're not really there as much anymore. So I would highly, highly encourage you to do Discord. That being said, I never want to force someone to download an app. So if you're 100% in on a book and you'll only do Instagram, I'll be there to chat with you at least. So for this month, it was very neck and neck with the poll that we were doing on Discord and squeaking out by a narrow margin because I voted at the end to break the tie. We will be doing Watermoon by Samantha Soto Yambayo. Again, the more beautiful the name, the more I'm going to screw it up. I don't know much about this other than I think it's literary fiction and it seems to be a favorite of a lot of people. I hear the writing is absolutely exquisite, so I am all there for that. Hope you'll join us because I can't wait to read this and discuss it with everyone. Then normally I do Mel and Cassidy's Indie Archive. They actually have not told us the book as of this recording, so I don't know. If by the time I edit I do know, I'll put the picture up. If I don't, then you won't see a picture pop up, and instead you'll just find out whenever I do my wrap up at the end of April. Yay for surprises! Then, of course, I have my library book clubs. The first one will be the romance one of the Happily Ever After book club. This one will be Georgie All Along. If you watched my video yesterday, then you know what's going to happen or not happen with that book this month. But I am excited because it seems like it would be a really cute romance. Then the other one, of course, will be in the Page Turners group, and that one will be Honor by 30 Umaragar. We're going to go with that. Strange looking cover. I have no clue. Again, I think this is a literary fiction, and so I'm intrigued by it, but I don't know anything about it. As far as NetGalleys go, since there's been so many coming my way, I'll have tons to review at the end of this month. The one I'm going to feature here is Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen. I am so thrilled I got chosen to have this one because this is the author of Curvy Girl Summer that I found through the library vlog. Absolutely love this author. Just know that like page 1, there was heavy spice in this book and the Curvy Girl Summer. So I'm betting it'll be the same with this one as well. But I am so excited to get to it because I adore her writing style and had so much fun with her book. As far as Goodreads go, I was blessed to win a physical copy of the new Mark Lawrence, The Book That Held Her Heart. This is book 3 in that library series. I actually haven't read book 2 yet, so it is one I am currently listening to so I can hurry up and get caught up. The first one I gave 4 stars. There was just something missing. I think there was a lot of setup of this world. I think book 2 is probably going to be a 5-star and I'm going to love it. And then I can't wait to read book 3, which I think is the smallest of all 3. So I'm intrigued. So for continuing a series, I'm going to actually be working on the Gilded City series, and I've read book 1. I am working on book 2, which is House of War and Bone, and so for this month, I'll say I need to get to book 3, which is House of Light and Ether. I really enjoy Lexi's writing style, and yeah, I can't wait to see what happens next. So as you see from that huge total, that's a lot of books to get to this month, plus ones I haven't finished from previous months, plus I'm doing vlogs. And so I need to make sure I'm reading books for those vlogs as well. All that to say, as always, I like to do reach goals. And then if I land somewhere in the middle, I still feel like I'm doing pretty good. So that's me. I don't get stressed by it. I do what I can, get to what I can when I can. And that's how it happens around here. But let me go ahead and tell you before you leave the top 3 new releases for this month that I am super excited that are coming out, and I hope you will be as well. The first one is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Abby Jimenez has been a favorite of mine for quite a while. I'm loving these romances. I love that the title is also like a Taylor Swift song. So just saying, I'm betting it's going to be super cute. Then Fearless is coming out by Lauren Roberts. This will be book 3. I'm hoping it's better than the previous one. I'm just saying. But I am super excited to see our main characters and see what happens from here. Then last but not least, of course, is The Maid's Secret by Nita Prose, which is why it's a part of my TBR. I had to work it in. Love me, Molly the Maid. And I hope you do as well. Let me know below what you're most excited about coming out this month, most excited about reading this month. Let me know if you have any fun plans, because, oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to Apollycon, baby! So I'm so excited. I'll get to meet Vanessa from Reading with Dr. B. I'll get to meet Kim from Whimsical Narratives, and probably a ton of other booktubers that I don't even know are going, and they certainly don't even know I exist. I am so excited to finally meet bookish friends in person. So if you happen to be in the DC area and you happen to be available during Apollycon, please send me a message and let me know. I would love to meet up with you. I would love to have some dinner with you or drink with you or whatever you want, give you a hug, give you a bookmark, and just kind of get to have that time to see you. Whenever I travel, I want to see if I can see any of my friends in person. Thank you all for being here. Please like, subscribe, send your friends. Have a fabulous April, and I will see you in the next video.